Welcome back to my classroom. In the previous video I was talking to you about where letter confusions come from. In this one I'm going to show you what you can do about it, the sort of activities you can play with children to help them. Now I'm going to be working on the letter B because of a B-D confusion, but you can apply this game to any confusions that the children may have. For a letter to become known, children need to write it correctly about 100 times. If they've already got it muddled up in their head, they're going to have to write it a lot more times than that. So basically anything you can do to make them write the letter B and always make the B sound while they're doing it. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to do a letter sort, and that helps children pick out their letter from a mix of different letters. It's really important when you do this that you pick 4 letters that are completely different. If I've got a child with a B confusion, I don't want to be putting any P's, Q's or D's in there because that's just going to make the muddle even worse. I've picked some B's, O's, I's and S's, and all I would do to start with would be to muddle them all up. I have got some capitals in here. You might decide to take those out to start with. So the simple thing is I would show a child how to do it first of all. I would move my magnetic letters or my letters on a piece of paper, and each time I move it to a place I will say that letter sound. B, 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 and then the next one. O, 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 O. If you choose to use capital letters. And then I would muddle it all up and ask the child to do the same. When they start to get really good at this, you could introduce some more letters, tall letters like H and K. The second game I would play is along a similar line. It's called Splat the Board, or Splat the Paper if you're working with a piece of paper on a table. And again, I would do lots of letter B's in there, because that's the one that you want them to really secure. And then I would put other letters in there as well. Now to start off with, you can make that much easier by making all the letters a different colour. And then you make the letter sound and they have to splat it. So I would say B and they have to find B. To make that a bit harder, you would put all the letters in the same colour. And of course you can swap, so they have to give you the letter sound, you splat that and see if you got it right. You could play some simple finding things games around the house or the classroom. Give your child a piece of paper and a pen, walk around the house, and every time you see anything that starts with B, the letter B, they have to write that letter. So you might find a bowl or a button or a ball. Once you think they're getting to know the letter B really well, then you want to start putting it into words. It's really important at this stage not to include words like bed and bad, because it's just reinforcing those confusions again. So make sure you include words where there's B at the start and at the end. I'll show you now a couple of quick games you can do with either individual letters or words with those letters in. The first one is a 1-minute challenge. You give your child 1 minute to write as many of that letter or those words as they can. Ready, steady, go. When the minute is up, they can count how many words or letters they managed to do. They need to remember that for next time. It doesn't matter if a child sat next to them did 20 and they only did 3, so long as they try and beat their own score next time they play. The next game is really popular in my class. It's called Wacky Writing, and the rules are, so long as your letters are formed correctly, they can be as wacky as you like. I'll show you what I mean. The next one is called Rainbow Writing, and you're basically trying to write the same letters or words in each colour, nice and quickly. All of these games are a variation of getting the children to write the letter or word as many times as possible, because that's how that letter will become a known letter and they won't get it muddled so much anymore. The next step would be then to start using these in sentences, and this is often where children forget because they're so busy working on their sentence and punctuation that they forget about their letter formation. So it's really important to start using these words in sentences. This looks like an awful lot of work, but actually, over a week you can really crack a confusion if you're working on it in school and at home. Once you've got that secure, then start introducing the other one, because by default, that must be the other way around. I hope you found today's video useful. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. There will be lots more videos coming soon with lots of tips on helping your child with reading, writing and spelling.